don't have time to tell his whole story. It's the kind of thing novels are made of. But I will tell you that his new record is called Yonkers, New York, which is where he's from. And it's a really interesting production because you get 2 CDs with the record. One is simply the songs sung, and the others is the songs, and then they're interrupted in the middle with stories about his life, which has been a very interesting one. He and his 2 brothers grew up in Westchester County. Their dad was a golf pro who used to tell them that he was an FBI agent, so they weren't quite sure which way to go. But they all went the right directions. His brother Barry became a volcanologist who's the one who figured out how to predict when volcanoes would erupt. And his brother John Voight, you may have seen on the big screen. His original name was James Voight. Now he's known as Chip Taylor, and he's written some of the biggest hits of the last 30 years. He may sing 1 or 2 of them for you on this set. Mountain Stage Band is joining him. He's brought a good friend of his. Please welcome back to the Mountain Stage, Chip Taylor.
Hi, everybody. Well, thanks. Well, it's great to be here and with my buddy over here, John Platania. John's been with me for many, many years, and this is the guy that played on Moondance and Domino with Van Morrison, and he's been out with him recently, but thank God he's with me now. A nice hand for John. And we just got into town, and we had about a 25 minutes chance to get together with the boys and rehearse, but they're unbelievable. So they're all on the hot seat tonight, but we're going to have a hell of a good time. We'll take you back to, as Larry mentioned, my brother's John Voight, the actor. The other guy is the volcanologist, and they're wonderful guys. And this album takes me back to when we were growing up, 3 boys in one little room, and Mom and Dad. Larry mentioned Dad was a golf professional. Well, back in those days, if Dad was a poor kid and he hopped the fence and learned how to play the game of golf, back in those days, it wasn't a glamorous job. He was a servant to the members, but hey, he made a living and it was wonderful. So, Mom and Dad, they got together and they bought me a fiddle when I was a kid. That was what I was supposed to have been, a fiddler, and 5 years old. But something happened along the way, and I'll tell you that story. There was a ukulele waiting under my 7th Christmas tree. Until then, I was a fiddler. But my brothers had enough of me. They said, "Whoa, Mommy, whoa, Daddy. Gotta stop that screeching. It would sure make us happy. Merry Christmas." Oh, my bastard brothers. And from the ukulele to the guitar, my country high school band, well, we was signed to an all-black record label, just white boys pissing in the wind. Said, "Oh, Mommy, whoa, Daddy, can't sell no records, but I sure am happy in the business. Oh, Merry Christmas. Let's get sneaky, boys." So I signed me a contract to write songs for others, to find me a way to get back at my brothers. If it wasn't for those slimy, sneaky mother jumpers, I could have been a train man, could have been a trucker. Put me on an oil rig back in Calcutta, like Itzhak Perlman in Carnegie Hall. I could have had it all if it wasn't for my bastard brothers, Joe. Said, "Oh, Mommy, oh, Daddy, you could stop that screeching, it would sure make us happy. Barry and John, oh, my bastard brothers." It's true, I signed me a contract to write songs for others, to find me a way to get back at my brothers. If it wasn't for those slimy, sneaky mother jumpers, I could have been a train man, could have been a trucker. Put me on an oil rig back in Calcutta, or like Itzhak Perlman in Carnegie Hall. I could have had it all. If it wasn't for my bastard brothers. Oh, thanks. Thank you. I don't know how many can say this. There's only a couple of people on this stage probably can say this, but I was around before rock and roll. It's true. And I remember when it was first coming in, what was happening back in Yonkers, New York. There was no good music. There was no country music. I heard country music from Wheeling, West Virginia. That's how I got my love. That's how I got in the business, country music. Loving it, having a country band when I was a kid. But again, there was no country music. There was no race records from down south. And I loved both of those kinds of music. And I was very excited when a guy named Bill Haley had a thing out called Crazy Man Crazy. And that was going to change everything, because I figured that was going right to #1. But they stopped it because they thought Bill was black. And a lot of prejudice going on back in those days. So they stopped at number 31. I was very angry. Then Bill had another one out, and about a year and a half later, called Rock Around the Clock. And you guys know it is a big hit, but you know what? It wasn't a big hit. They stopped that at number 32, and I was furious. Went back off the charts, and then a movie came out. And my brother John and I went to the movie. And the movie was called Blackboard Jungle. And in that movie, they played Rock Around the Clock. And I want to tell you, when that thing played in that movie, it was like nothing you ever saw. In the history of movie making, it was nothing you ever saw. The place went nuts. And I walked out of the movie with John, and I said, John, I was just a kid, but I said, it's changing now. They're never going to stop it now. And sure enough, Bill Haley's record came from beyond 100, back up the charts, went to #1. So that was the start of rock and roll for this boy from Yonkers. You ready, boys? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Hey, Johnny, did you feel that movie? Did you feel that movie? Did you feel that movie? Hey, Johnny, did you feel that movie? There ain't nothing stopping it now. Hey, Johnny, the floor was shaking, it was almost breaking. And hey, Johnny, did you feel that movie? There ain't nothing stopping it now. The 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock rock, 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock rock, 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock rock. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. When the clock strikes 1, join me hon, we're gonna have some fun. When the clock strikes, we're gonna rock around the clock tonight. Rock, rock, rock it to broad daylight. We're gonna rock it around the clock tonight. Jump it down. Crazy man, crazy, they were scared as hell, they were scared as hell, they were scared as hell. Crazy man, crazy, ain't no white boy move, nothing gonna stop it now. Well, they turned back to comedy midstream, they turned back to comedy midstream. They turned back to comedy, but he's coming again, ain't nothing gonna stop it now. I said 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock rock, 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock rock, 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock rock. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. When the clock strikes 2, 3, and 4, if the band falls down, we yell, oh, gonna rock it around the clock tonight. Rock, rock, rock it to broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock. Michael Lipton, go on. Black and white and they crash that tunnel. Black and white and they crash that tunnel. Black and white, it's the blackboard jungle, and ain't nothing stopping now. And hey, Johnny, did you feel that movie? Hey, Johnny, did you feel that movie? Hey, Johnny, did you feel that movie? Ain't nothing stopping it now. The 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock rock, 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock rock, 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock rock. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. When the clock strikes 5, 6, and 7, we'll be right at 7. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. Rock, rock, rock it to broad daylight. We're gonna rock it around the clock tonight. Thanks. The boys. All right. Dad, as we mentioned, he was a golf professional, and the deal with Dad was that Mondays was his days off. He worked like very, very hard on Saturdays and Sundays, which was the typical day the kids would be off, and so he would have none of that. He didn't want to be away from his boys. So he called up the principal of the school, and I remember the day he did it. And he told the principal, he told her Monday was a Czechoslovakian holy day. And the boys needed to be out of school early. So instead of getting out at 3, we got out of school at 12:30. And off we went to see 2 double-featured movies with Mom and Dad. Mom making the salami and ham and cheese sandwiches, and off we went. But we always stopped by the trains. And like so many of the parents back in those days, trains were a big thing to show the kids. And I loved it. It was a wonderful, wonderful thing for me. And Dad loved to talk to the conductors. And that was a wonderful memory for me. And I put that in a song from the new album. And here's a Monday with Mom, Dad, and my bastard brothers. Got a reservation down at Nepperhan Station. Flatten your nickels, boys, and wave that train goodbye. It'll be on time. It's the Hudson River line. God bless America and that charcoal sky. Boys, this is Harry. He's a conductor for the Putnam Division. Now, he's been doing it for 18 years, and he's been your daddy's friend for 9. And Harry, this is Barry, middle son John, and little Jamie. Trying to teach my boys about that charcoal sky. Got a reservation down at Nepperhan Station. Flatten your nickels, boys, and wave that train goodbye. It'll be on time. It's the Hudson River line. God bless America and that charcoal sky. Now, since the 1860s, boys, we've been pushing up steam. And you know, I still hear those wheels every time I close my eyes. And without that steam, boys, there'd be no American dream. And Daddy said, God bless you, Harry. We'll see you by and by. Got a reservation down at Nepperhan Station. Flatten your nickels, boys, and wave that train goodbye. It'll be on time. It's the Hudson River line. God bless America and that charcoal sky. say goodbye to Harry, boys. The caboose, she's a rolling. Oh, look him running to catch up to her. Don't he catch her every time? And when he hops on board, boys, give away. Time we started going. Soon around that bend, we'll see that charcoal sky. Got a reservation down at Nepperhan Station. Flatten your nickels, boys, and wave that train goodbye. It'll be on time. It's the Hudson River line. God bless America and that charcoal sky. Thanks. Well, here's one. I'm glad Dad and Mom, they're not with us now, but they got a chance to participate in a lot of the things that my brothers and I did, and they got to know that this song was a big hit a few times. Dad was very proud. And say, boys are on the gravy train. Jamie's got a hit song. Anyway, this is one of the ones I wrote. I was a country writer to start with. Growing up, I'm from Yonkers, New York. That's how I got in the business, writing country things. I had things, just a little kid trying to sell my songs, and finally I did sell a song or two. And then Chet Atkins, who was the brilliant guitarist, was also the head of RCA Victor in Nashville, and he heard one of my songs and wrote back to the publisher. He said, I'm going to cut that song, Jerry. He said, I have no idea who Chip Taylor is. Very hard for me to believe he's from New York, he said. But wherever he's from, I want to hear every song he writes. And that was it. I got Willie Nelson recorded one of mine, and Bobby Bear, and Eddie Arnold, the Brown family. And I was in the business. But then I wrote a couple of big hits. Here's one, been a big hit 3 times. The latest of which, I think last time I was on the show, it was just number 1. It was by a Jamaican rapper, and I had no idea what the hell he was talking about. He kept saying things like, closer than my peeps you are to me, and I didn't know what he... But the thing, I was bulleting up to, it was number 3 going to number 1 the next week, so I went out to the Jamaican clubhouse where his manager resided, bringing bottles of champagne and to say thank you. I didn't think he was in town. I didn't know any of those folks, but I decided I'd go out there and just drop some champagne bottles over. Then I stopped again. I said, geez, if it's the Jamaican clubhouse, there's liable to be a lot of folks around there, So I went and bought a bunch of little bottles, and I went out, and somebody heard I was there, and all the guys that were playing pool came over and said, hey, Chip, thanks for coming out. And I was handing bottles of champagne, and then Shaggy was in town. That was his name, the guy who recorded it, Shaggy. My son said, how the heck could you not know Shaggy? And so, but anyway, so I got it. He had just come back to town, and he asked me over, and I got to meet him, and they were all just the nicest damn people. And all day long, I had been meeting. He said, closer than my peeps you are to me. I had been meeting his peeps all day long. How they would have done. You knew who they were. They were his people. I didn't know, So anyway, here's closer to the way the original one. It was, they were actually, the girl that never gets credit for this is Evie Sands. I produced a record with Al Gorgoni and with Evie, and her company went bankrupt after it was out for a week. It was number 1 every place, and she bankrupt. Then Merrily Rush covered it and went to number 1 with it. So it's been a hit a few times, but here's a little shout out to Evie Sands for the wonderful record she made of it here. There'll be no strings to bind your hands, not if my love can't bind your heart. There's no need to take a stand. It was I who chose to start. She said, I see no need to take me home. I'm old enough to face the dawn. Just call the angel of the morning, angel. Just touch my cheek before you leave me, baby. Just call the angel of the morning, angel. Then slowly turn away. Baby, the sun's light will be dimmed, and it won't matter anyhow. If morning's echo says we've sinned, honey, it was what we need now. And if we're victims of the night, I won't be blind by the light. Just call the angel of the morning, angel. Just touch my cheek before you leave me, baby. Just call the angel of the morning, angel. Then slowly turn. I won't beg you to stay. Through the tears, babe, of the day, of a sweet, sweet day, babe. Oh, my baby, just call the angel of the morning, angel. Just touch my cheek before you leave me. Come on, baby, just call the angel of the morning, angel. Get closer, get closer, get closer. Come on, come on. And you are my angel, my angel, my angel, my precious angel. Just call me angel of the morning. Thanks. Thanks, Ron Soul. Julie, thank you. That was great. All right, we'll leave you with this one. I was on the way to a studio, and I hate to tell you what year it was, but I was on the way to the studio to do one of my country demos. Up until then, I was known as a country writer from New York. And I started fooling around with this song. I had to make a decision whether I would do this one or the country song. And back in those days, you didn't have many tape recorders to save your ideas. So I decided I better put this one down, because I knew the country song backwards and forwards, and this one I'm afraid I might forget it. Not that there was much to remember, but I might have forgotten it. So I went to the studio and I asked the engineer, Ron Johnson, if he would have my stool set up and my guitar ready. And as soon as I got to the studio, if he would please, once he was ready, to turn out the lights, because I did not want to let anybody see me singing this song. 2, 3, 4. Wow, things, you make my heart sing. You make everything groovy. Come on, wow, thing. Wow, thing, I think you move me. But I want to know for sure. So come on, hold me tight. I love you. Wow, thing, shake that thing, oh baby, baby. You make my heart sing. You make everything groovy. Come on, wild thing. Here comes the man, John Platania. How about a great hand for John Platania right here on guitar? Wild thing, I think you're moving, but I wanna know for sure. So come on, hold me tight. You move, wild thing, you shake that thing, you look so good, girl, you make my heart sing. Oh, come on, you make everything groovy. Come on, wow, hold the beat, boys, hold the beat. Here we go, hold the beat. 1, 2, go on, Michael. Shake that thing. Michael Lipton on guitar. Oh, how about a wonderful hand for all these boys? Ryan Ahmed, Bob over there, Ron. Oh, it looks so good, girl. Your turn, ready? One little chorus of Wild Thing. Let's put some sweat on these walls. A 1, 2. That was a ranking groove. Shake it, shake it, shake it. A wild thing. Oh, you look so good, girl. Oh, come on, come on. Oh, shake that. You know who you are. Come on, wild thing. Shake it one time for me. Great to be here. Amazing job, Platania. Thank you.
Jamie Boyd right there, better known as Chip Taylor. And that new CD is a fun one called Yonkers, New York. You heard some tunes from that, and then you heard some classic Chip Taylor tunes. Mr. Chip Taylor, closer than my peeps he is to me. There's a million reasons why I wish I'd wrote that last song. Several million reasons, actually. Oh, man. Chip's a great guy, a lot of fun. Great to see him always. And he didn't even tell you that he quit the music business in the early 80s, and from the early 80s to the mid-90s, he became a professional gambler and was very, very successful at that, betting on horses and counting cards in blackjack. My hero. Mountain Stage is produced by Larry Gross and Andy Ride now. Our associate producers, Linda McSparron. Assistant producers are Adam Harris and Laurel Denny. Production managers, Paul Flaherty. We're engineered by Francis Fisher, Richie Collins, and Jim Raines, with production assistance from Michael Lipton, DJ Carey, Ryan Fletcher, Joey Ansel, Mary Lee, Patrick Stevens, and Woogie. Photographic services are provided by Brian Blauser. Promotions coordinated by Michael Lipton, Adam Harris, and Music in Motion Promotions. Lodging is provided by the Marriott Town Center Hotel, centrally located for the business and pleasure traveler in downtown Charleston. Why don't you go out and hear some live music wherever you are, just as soon as you can. You've been listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the mountain state of West Virginia. We're going to sing an old tune now that you might have heard Merle Travis sing, or a whole bunch of other bluegrass groups. Everybody's sung it. This 9-pound hammer, it's a little too heavy for my size, boy, for my size. Everybody, roll on, buddy, don't you roll so slow. How can I roll when the wheels won't go? Come on, Luke, sing a verse. Hammer in this here tunnel, that'll ring like mine, that'll ring like mine. Roll on, buddy, don't you roll so slow. How can I roll when the wheels won't go? Sean Watkins on the guitar. Play your fiddle, Luke. Chip Taylor, sing it now.
And when I die, you can make my tombstone out of number 9 gold, out of number 9 gold.
Roll on, buddy, don't you go so slow. How can I roll when the wheels won't go? Come on, John, play the guitar.
Country Bob on the piano.